Look at this car. No, I mean really take a second to look at it. For the longest time, the Mercedes-Benz CLA was the gateway drug to the brand. It was the car you bought when you wanted that three-pointed star on your driveway but weren't quite ready for the hefty monthly payment of an S-Class or an E-Class. It was stylish, sure, but if we're being honest, it always felt a little bit like it was sitting at the kids' table. It was the entry-level offering that made a few too many compromises in materials and tech to hit a price point. Well, for 2026, the kids' table just got a Michelin star. This is the all-new third-generation Mercedes-Benz CLA class, and it represents one of the most significant shifts in the company's history. Built on the brand-new Mercedes Modular Architecture, or MMA, this car isn't just a refresh, it's a total reinvention. It's the first car to truly bridge the gap between the traditional luxury we know and the high-tech electric future we're heading toward. Today, we're going to find out if this is still just a baby Benz or if it has evolved into the most important car Mercedes makes right now. Let's start with the exterior, because in this segment, looks are everything. Mercedes calls this design language sensual purity, but I just call it incredibly sleek. The first thing you'll notice is the shark nose front end. It leans forward aggressively, giving the car a sense of motion even when it's sitting perfectly still. But the real showstopper is the grille. Instead of a traditional mesh, you're looking at a radiant field of 142 tiny, individual illuminated stars. It's a bit of a flex, admittedly, but it gives the car a digital, futuristic jewelry-like quality that nothing else in this price bracket can match. The headlights have also seen a massive upgrade. The daytime running lights are literally shaped like the Mercedes star. It's a bold branding move, but it works surprisingly well to give the car a unique light signature at night. As we move to the side, you'll see they've kept that iconic four-door coupe silhouette, that sweeping, dramatic roofline that made the original CLA such a hit. However, everything has been smoothed out. The door handles are now flush-fitting, popping out only when you approach with the key or your smartphone. This isn't just for looks, it helps the CLA achieve a staggering drag coefficient of 0.23. To put that in perspective, this car cuts through the air cleaner than a professional cyclist. It's all about efficiency, whether you're running on gasoline or electrons. Underneath that beautiful skin is where the real magic happens. The 2026 CLA is the debut vehicle for the MMA platform. Now, what makes this special is that it's an EV-first platform, but not EV only. Mercedes knew that while the world is moving toward electric, not everyone is ready to give up the pump just yet. So they engineered a chassis that can handle a cutting-edge electric drivetrain or a highly efficient hybrid setup without compromising the space or handling of either. If you go the electric route, you're looking at an 800-volt system. This is a big deal because it allows for ultra-fast charging. We're talking about adding nearly 200 miles of range in just 15 minutes. The range itself is equally impressive. The top-tier electric models are targeting nearly 460 miles on a single charge. If you're not ready for the plug-in life, the hybrid version features a brand-new 1.5-liter four-cylinder engine paired with a 48-volt electric motor integrated directly into the transmission. It's designed to be the smoothest hybrid experience on the market, almost mimicking the silent, instant torque of an EV while maintaining the long-distance convenience of gas. Whether you choose the battery or the engine, Mercedes has ensured that the CLA feels punchy, responsive, and most importantly, effortless. Stepping inside the 2026 CLA feels like stepping 10 years into the future. If you thought the previous Mercedes interiors were tech-heavy, this is on another level. The centerpiece is the MBUX Superscreen. It's a massive glass panel that stretches nearly the entire width of the dashboard, housing three distinct displays: the digital instrument cluster, the central infotainment hub, and a dedicated screen for the passenger. The passenger screen is actually quite clever. It features a privacy shield that prevents the driver from seeing what's playing, so your co-pilot can binge-watch Netflix or play games while you focus on the road.
But it isn't just about the screens, it's about the ambiance. The air vents have evolved into these beautiful turbine-like sculptures that are integrated into the active ambient lighting. The lighting doesn't just look pretty, it's functional. If the blind spot monitor detects a car, the door panel will pulse red. If you change the temperature to cool, the cabin glows blue. It creates an environment that feels alive. Mercedes has also moved away from traditional heavy plastics, using recycled materials and high-quality sustainable fabrics that feel premium to the touch. It's a vegan-friendly luxury that doesn't feel like a sacrifice, proving that you can be environmentally conscious without losing that sense of Mercedes-Benz occasion.
The real secret sauce of this car, however, is MB.OS, the brand new Mercedes-Benz operating system. Most car companies struggle with software, but Mercedes decided to build their own from the ground up. This system is lightning fast and uses artificial intelligence to learn your habits. If you usually call your mom at 5 p.m. on your way home from work, the car will suggest the call on the screen before you even think about it. If you always turn on the heated seats when it's below 40 degrees, the CLA will eventually just start doing it for you. The navigation is also a highlight, featuring augmented reality that overlays arrows onto a live video feed of the road ahead, making it virtually impossible to miss a turn. And because the car is constantly connected to the cloud, it receives over-the-air updates. This means the CLA you buy today will actually get better over time, with new features, better battery management, and updated self-driving capabilities added while you sleep. Speaking of self-driving, the 2026 CLA comes equipped with Level 2 Plus autonomy, allowing for hands-off driving on many highways. It's not just a car anymore, it's a rolling supercomputer that happens to have 4 wheels and leather seats. But how does it actually feel to drive? That's the question that usually separates the real Mercedes models from the pretenders. I'm happy to report that the 2026 CLA finally feels like a grown-up car. The previous generations were known for being a bit stiff and noisy, but Mercedes has gone to great lengths to fix that. They've used special acoustic foam and improved sealing to make the cabin incredibly quiet. On the highway, it feels planted and composed, soaking up bumps with a sophistication that reminds me more of the E-Class than the old CLA. The steering is light but precise, making it easy to maneuver through tight city streets or zip into a parking spot. In the electric version, the power delivery is instantaneous, providing that pin-to-the-seat feeling that makes EVs so addictive. In the hybrid, the transition between the gas engine and the electric motor is almost imperceptible. There's a new sense of refinement here, a polish that was missing before. It's a car that encourages you to take the long way home, not because it's a hardcore sports car, but because it's such a pleasant place to spend time. It's relaxed, it's confident, and it finally has the waftability that defines the Silver Star.
Now, let's talk about the practical side of things, because even a luxury coupe needs to work in the real world. Despite the sleek roofline, Mercedes has managed to carve out a bit more interior space thanks to the longer wheelbase of the MMA platform. The back seats are still best suited for children or shorter adults on long trips, but for a night out on the town, 4 adults can fit comfortably enough. One of the biggest surprises is the front trunk, available on the electric models. Since there's no massive engine up front, you get a dedicated space for your charging cables or a couple of small bags. The rear trunk is also surprisingly deep, though the narrow opening means you won't be fitting any massive furniture back there. From an ownership perspective, the CLA is designed to be as low maintenance as possible. The electric versions require very little servicing, and the hybrid has been engineered for maximum reliability. With the 800-volt architecture, even the charging experience is becoming as fast as a traditional gas station stop. It's a car designed for a generation that values their time as much as their status. You're getting the prestige of the brand, the tech of a Silicon Valley startup, and the efficiency of a compact car, all wrapped in one very stylish package. So, what's the final verdict?
The 2026 Mercedes-Benz CLA class is no longer just the entry-level option. It has matured into a genuine powerhouse that showcases the best of what Mercedes-Benz can do when they stop looking at the past and start focusing on the future. It's a car that manages to be many things at once: a design icon, a technological marvel, and a highly efficient daily driver. Whether you choose the electric version for its incredible range and speed or the hybrid for its versatility, you're getting a vehicle that feels special every time you get behind the wheel. It's stylish enough to turn heads in the city, smart enough to take the stress out of your commute, and refined enough to justify the premium badge on the nose. The 2026 Mercedes-Benz CLA class isn't just a great Mercedes, it's a great car, period. It sets a new benchmark for what we should expect from a luxury compact, proving that you don't need to buy the biggest or most expensive model to get the best experience. But I want to hear from you. What do you think of the new design? Is the Superscreen too much tech, or exactly what you're looking for in a new car? Drop a comment below and let's get the conversation started.